Welcome back, guys. Your man M to the BTR going to bring you some StarCraft 2 gameplay today. Something a bit different, and it's something that I used to actually upload back onto the channel way back when I was a young whippersnapper. Showing my age now. But when I stopped making YouTube videos, which was a few years ago, one, because I started having a family, and two, really, the main reason probably was I got quite burnt out. I really got burnt out making sort of playing games and making videos and trying to make so many videos in a certain time frame, and I think it all just all sort of got on top, and I wasn't at the end enjoying it too much. I was just trying to make massive videos because I thought they were making views, and I kind of lost out my enjoyment for it, which was silly on my part. And sort of stuff as you sort of reminisce over time, you realise where things could have went a bit differently, and I think maybe that's one of the things, as I was trying too hard to try and do certain things and focusing on stuff that was wrong. But during that time, the last few years, I haven't really been playing many games. There's not really been anything that interests me. But one thing that I did sort of rekindle my love back in was StarCraft 2. But not the single player, obviously the online player is very sweaty, the 1v1, especially when you get to like Diamond and higher. It's just so difficult, and especially when you haven't played very long or you're not playing very often, because things change so much, and I'm still very stuck in my olden days and not the expansion ways for building the new units. So I generally go in there and I just absolutely get, it's just a wreck. These are bad taste in my mouth. Sometimes it's alright, but when it is alright, it's like for the next 20 minutes I'm sweating with my brain thinking really hard. But what I did stumble across in StarCraft was this co-op mode, where basically I've got all these heroes here. There's like 15 of them that you can choose from, and you basically pick one, and with this you can level up with them, and when you level up you get new units and new upgrades, making them stronger and a bit more interesting. And you basically play with an online friend, and with that friend you team up against some like AI, and you can choose a strength for them. Like casual, normal, hard is pretty easy. Brutal starts to get a bit more difficult, and in Brutal Plus basically they start adding certain things to the bots or to the AI to make them stronger. One, there might be a tornado in the map, a massive laser beam, more enemies spawn, they're faster, they attack faster. One of the harder ones, which I remember, is every time you move or every time you click, it costs gold, and depending on that unit, it costs more gold. So I click a hell of a lot, moving my units there and there. So you could end up just wasting so much money and not being able to do anything all game because you've got no money. So you have to be really switched on when your units and where you use them and how you put them and when blah blah blah, which makes things a lot more interesting. You have to think, so it's pretty cool. So really, I most of the time always play on Brutal Plus, unless you can only do that when you're level 15, which is these orange champs. If you're like under level 15, you're not able to. But yeah, some of my favourite champs are, I quite enjoy Rain. I think it's pretty fun. I just normally get like mass battle cruisers. Kerrigan, really enjoyed Kerrigan. She's really cool. She's like the queen of the Zerg, and has like lots of different Zerg units, and you can actually play as Kerrigan as well. Artanis, he's pretty fun. You can basically, when you get to level 15, you can basically prestige them, where you reset again, and then it gives them a extra special ability. So I've got to re-level up with him again. But he's really cool. He can shoot some like laser beams from the sky, and can make some Archons are strong. The Tempests are really good fun. Really like Swan. Swan's cool. All robot sort of Terran units like Thors, the Wraiths, or sometimes mass Wraiths, pretty cool. Then I really enjoy Alaric. It's cool. Shoots like laser beams, and you get the mothership and stuff. And if you upgrade him fully, you can actually get the mothership stays around all game, which is cool. Nova, she's alright. She's like obviously invisible and can spawn some units. Sturkov, I did actually really enjoy Sturkov. I've recently upgraded him, and I haven't played him that much since. He just basically spawns loads of Terrans, just infested Terrans, continuously spawning, sort of different playstyles with him. Phoenix, I like Phoenix. You can basically choose between it shows 3 versions of him, where there's one like a range one, the melee one, and then like a flying one. And then obviously you can spawn your units, like the carriers and stuff. Decker was actually one of my favourite champs. Basically, he's like a mass freaking Zerg monster thing. I don't know, it's a pretty poor description. What do they call him? It's just a massive like beast. It's like Godzilla. Like the more stuff you kill, he gets bigger and bigger, and then you can control all these armies. And he's pretty cool. I've actually maxed him out for all his prestigious to Blood Brother, so you can actually spawn 2 of him, which is really cool. And then there's different units. You can get the Ultralisk, and then you can upgrade them. So basically, he's all about like upgrading units and making them even more special. So yeah, maybe if you guys enjoy this, I'm just gonna pick a couple of champs to make some videos because I just quite enjoy making YouTube. Diablo sort of opened my eyes to just making some chilled out videos, and you know, if a couple of people watch them or whatever, and if I'm having fun, that's the main thing, and just not trying to upload videos all the time, just make a couple of videos here and there, and you know, just have a bit of fun with it. So yeah, I might try and make some Deca videos. Tychus is probably my favourite champion at the moment. He's basically, you can play, instead you don't actually have any units, you just have heroes. I think you can have 5 at once, or eventually by the end of the game you can have 5. Zeratul, really cool, visible, you know, he could probably just be Zeratul and not actually build anything else. He's pretty strong. Again, I've maxed him out, and he just summons like these crazy tornadoes. Stretman, really cool, he puts like turrets down on the map that make units go faster. Or heal them or give them energy, but the fact once you play him and then go back to another champion, it's never the same. And then Mangus, he's pretty cool. Like you can spawn all these like troopers who can give upgrades, and you get like big 4s and battle cruisers, and yeah. So there's quite a good few options depending on how you're feeling. I'm going to bring you some Tychus today. So we recently hit level 90, which means I've actually maxed out. Once you get to level 15 on champ, you can then start putting all these points on them, and then when you get level 90, that's sort of like the max sort of like level. But you can go all the way up to level 1000, which funny enough, this guy actually is. It's Carrick's here. that star means he's level 1000. He has no life, which is pretty impressive. I don't know how long this current mode's been out for, but I found to get to that point, the difference from me to get from level 90 to level 94 is crazy. So how do you get to level 1000? Pretty wild. Beast man. So we are playing Dead of Night. This is probably one of my favourite maps. It's basically
not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Whatever that means.
Listen up, commanders.
Nice.
We've got a serious level of infestation here. We need to burn it out.
I don't know. A lot of people seem to think I'm Russian because Mr. Big Russian, and they start typing Russian. So I don't know if that is Russian. I don't know. That's generally what happens. And then I was like, "You're Russian." And I was like, "No, it's Russ. You know, my name's Russ. I'm big. I'm not Big Russia." But yeah, Dead of Night is a fun map. It's basically you defend waves of Terran, infested Terran coming at you. So Carrick's is basically a champ that can deploy loads of turrets. So he's really good for this map. He's really good for defending. He's the kind of, if you want to be playing this map, generally having a Carrick's is pretty good. He's obviously not like the best. Everyone, as long as they're played right, can do well on their own instincts, but he's pretty good. So what we have here is, because we're playing on Brutal Plus, we've got 2 different things here that will affect the way the game goes. So first off, fear. Player units will occasionally stop attacking and run around in fear upon taking damages, which is quite interesting, because that basically means is as I only can spawn 5 units, there might be times where they're going to be feared and not be able to do anything, and then I get like group bundled. So whilst with Carrick's, because he generally doesn't actually spawn any units, you know, eventually he does, but generally they just focus on getting like loads of turrets and focusing on the fact of just trying to defend. It won't really affect him, but we'll see how that come against me. It's not a terrible one to be. And then mineral shields, this is a pretty annoying one, and it really has to bring out your sort of I don't know if it was micro mac, I never get the 2 right, but has to bring out certainly your focus is mineral clusters at a player base are periodically encased in a shield which must be destroyed before gathering to continue, which basically means is that here you go. So every so often they spawn these things here, and if you don't destroy them, it basically stops you from farming there, which is going to slow down. Your farming. Well, thankfully, our friend here has got some massive freaking laser beams and was able to. Why can I not?
Not enough.
Thankfully, our friend there was able to destroy. But what I am going to do to get around this issue is I'm going to spawn some. Put some turrets around my base. So if I build a little turret here, we can then click on that turret and then use that to destroy them. It's my smart play. So you can see there we've got feared. We're not actually able to actually attack that unit then. Now stuff swarmed. We were a little bit slow there. I was too busy trying to explain how that works. Sometimes you get out and you can destroy 2 or 3 buildings. It doesn't really do much, but you know, it's better than just having your hero stats or AFK and base, right? But yeah, we just need to just focus on trying, like here, just defending this first wave and trying to get as many resources as possible. We do have some that up. I'm going to actually work on getting my big red button first. The big red button is one of my special abilities. So I can cool down Odin, which is a massive 4, and with the big red button, he like shoots out a nuke, which just does mass damage. It's really good on this map because most of these things always die to it. So you can see here I can actually control this to just destroy those, which is a good way to do it. It's an easier way than having to send heroes down. Or like I say, it's pretty cool that he has those laser beams. So he's actually really, this should be quite an easy, well, this to be a good game for him as he's just shoot laser beams down and doesn't really have to focus on anything. Whilst got that. I'm actually going to put another one down just to make things quicker because they do tend to spawn a bit more as the game goes on. We've got some spare resources at the moment. What we're going to work on next is building these things called they're medevac platforms. They're really cool. So basically what they do is once you can build 3 of them, and with them you can basically pick up your units. So if my units are in trouble right now, I can pick them up, drop them off somewhere else. Or hey, if I wanted to go from here to over here, as long as I had vision, you need vision in the area, I can sort of drop them off there, and yeah, it's good. Allows you to get out of sticky spots, or even get the spots to be able to cause some damage, blah blah blah. And when you have 3 of them, you can have to go up and down, and you can make some real sort of sweet placements. It's yeah, really, I do really like the whole plays that you can do off of it. We want to be able to get up. We're just trying to complete all our buildings now, so that we can start unlocking a new hero. So you can see here, both my heroes here. I think they were both here, considering the way Rattlesnake was running around them. Oh yeah, so Tychus, so when he's here, I can't actually use his abilities either, which is a bit sucky as I can't actually use my grenade there. So it's not really going to cause us any issues when we're next to all these cannons, but maybe if we're out and about wandering around, it might be a bit more of an issue. It's cool. We got both of those. Just work on getting all my upgrades now. We're going to pick up this one. Basically, it gives us attack speed. So if we're in this green aura of my Rattlesnake, we basically get attack speed, which is really cool. Then get one more medevac. Get my last medevac. And we basically now so basically you have to defend for the first 3 minutes. It's like 3 minutes you defend for, and then 3 minutes you attack for. So you can go out and try and cause some damage now. You should, by the time the round almost ends, you should be able to actually get Odin out. So we've dropped this down, we'll both get 50% extra attack speed, which is good. We're maxed out unit-wise, so 333, 27 there, which is good. And we now have all my buildings. We can actually build another hero now. I think what we're going to do is go for my Cyrus. I think Cyrus is pretty cool on this map. Sometimes I normally go for the Ghost first. It depends how aggressive I really like the Ghost because the Ghost... I really like the Ghost because she can actually take control of the units, which is really cool. Especially if they have like big units, it's pretty fun. But we'll go for Cyrus because his turrets are pretty cool. Like, you can drop them down, make them shoot stuff. They're good for defending and whatnot. They're good for dealing with the little creepers that spawn. These little creepers that spawn. So they're always pretty good. Cool, man. That's it, basically. I don't know why we had the perfect number of SUVs. I think I got a bit carried away and started trying to summon more when we didn't actually need to. But yeah, the fear is a little bit lame. Something. As you'll probably see in a second. I'm surprised I even time to be feared yet. There we go. Probably though, if any champion we want to get feared, it would be Rattlesnake, because he's the least amount of damage out of the 3. Cool. So we can't actually, because of the prestige I have on this, we have to wait. It basically means my cooldowns are quicker, and I think we do slightly more damage with my abilities. But it means that we have to wait between my heroes a bit more.
It looks like we've taken out a good amount of infestation.
So we won't be able to build anything, so we just need to work on getting upgrades, making sure that we have all the upgrades we want, and also getting the hero upgrades. Cool thing with having Odin, problem normally when I play the game, I'm trying to explain what I'm doing whilst also playing. So kind of missing out on stuff. We're going to drop a nuke, so watch this. It's pretty badass. It is going to spawn loads of little creepers, so be careful. But yeah, the cool thing, because we have these medivacs, we can actually stay out here as long as we want, and then just like go, we're going to disappear and then see you later.
We have to hold them off until sunrise.
We'll stay out here as long as we can. Hopefully our dude should be able to defend. Like I say, that's what he's good at. But yeah, we want to be also remembering about those. You do obviously lose out on resources when that happens. But yeah, we should be able to hopefully stay out here a little while. As long as we just keep making sure our upgrades are staying up. Trying to make sure if we have any resources, we're using them. we're just this is the cool thing I like about Tychus, is because of his sort of just the fact that heroes are pretty strong like this. They're strong, and you've got the heal. You can pretty much stay out for as long as possible, as long as you're smart. And then if you're in trouble, you can just teleport back, or even if your teammates in trouble, you can teleport back with your medivats. So we can sort of make sort of the best of our time, really. It's cool. That's what I like. Oh yeah, you see like how crazy his base is. Mad base. Got no chance. Good luck trying to get through that, guys. Especially, yeah. No chance. Right, so need to try and make up our mind. Basically, when you have 4 spells, you have three basic spells on the champ that you can buy at any time, and then after you've unlocked all 3, you get the heroic one. So I'm just trying to make up my mind who we want to go for first. I might go for Tychus, because basically, although Cyrus is pretty good, with Cyrus, when you get to his max, he gets like super crazy turrets. We do actually have our next champ, we're going to get out the Ghost. So what we can, what's going on? Make sure we got our upgrade. So he's basically boosted our buildings up, so when that happens, you want to make sure that you're actually upgrading stuff, as things go real quick. So where is our Ghost gone? She's there, so we could actually just pick up our Ghost and drop her on top of these guys. So she's there ready to party. She's good. But yeah, we need to try. I think I might actually go for Cyrus, because it makes our turrets really strong, and our turrets are pretty effective on this map. But yeah, you see that was crazy. So we've already we went through those upgrades really quick, which obviously couldn't be the case as normally. So yeah, with our new champ that we've just spawned out here, the Ghost, she can detect enemies, which is pretty good, but she can also clone, well not clone them, she can copy them, not copy them. Mind control, I guess, is that probably the word? She can, basically, if you use her R ability, it's called Dominate, you can basically temporarily take control of them, which is really good on like bigger units. You can't do all the units, it's just your sort of standard units that you can do it on. Like if we get the siege tank now, the siege tank can take it, but generally when they're that far pushed forward, or when the siege tank's that far close to them, it ends up dying pretty quickly. But we can't take that. I'd love to be able to take control of those, but we can't. But if we get this ability here, Motivator, basically what happens is, with Motivator, when we take over a unit, it comes to full health, so sometimes you might damage them and they have like 10% HP by the time you get them, or sometimes their energy's low and you actually get them full energy, which is really good with, especially like battle cruisers and stuff, or anything that has a high energy, because it allows you to get a couple of shots off with their ultimates, which is cool. So yeah, we're going to actually work on getting this, so it basically increases my turrets life and damage by 75%, which is actually pretty damn strong. I have missed one there. We can come back and get that in a sec. What we can do is drop Odin down. Just you base that, boom. Watch this. Watch this. OP. So you can, if you want, split up your champions a bit more, I find. Or, I don't know, it depends on how sort of my playstyle is. Like, I feel on this map, I just like to group all my champs up just to try and kill stuff as quick as possible. But we could maybe like send 2 units down that way and then 2 units this way. But I end up generally clumping my units up on this map. I don't know if it's necessarily the right way to do it, but that's the way I end up actually going about it. Work on getting my turret thing majiggy, get that bad boy. So you can see my, look at that, enlarged. They got it wrecked real quick. So yeah, they're pretty big. Like the cool thing is you can actually just drop them down and they do enough damage just to be able to, well, especially with the upgrade now, they do enough damage just to be able to like do some crazy stuff. So like here we could actually pick her up with my medivac if needed be. Like if we feel like she's about to die, which it looks like she is, we just drop her down into a new area. Probably wasn't a very good area to actually drop her down to. Probably she was just as much trouble as she was a second ago. What we're actually going to do is get my heal next. We haven't actually got this, so it increases our healing a lot, which is really good. There's not been any crazy units. Normally, what are we against? Terror. I don't see any battle cruisers. That's like, well, we can take over anything, but the thing is, we can mind control a freaking marine. They're just gonna get one-shotted by anything. It's cool when you get like battle cruisers and stuff. You can get like a fleet of 10 battle cruisers following you around. Pretty good fun.
Don't give up.
I don't know. Pretty weak. We can get there, hold that banshee there. It's pretty cool.
Keep them out of our base.
But yeah, basically it really. But yeah, it's cool. It's a bit like, just particularly with like bigger units, so they pause or ultralists, so forth. Cyclopses, carriers, any of like the big OP units.
may take you more than one night to kill it.
I'm trying to think what we want to go next. I guess we upgrade Tychus. We do actually even want what I want to do is go take the bonus mission whilst we're around there. What would probably be best is so obviously we can only teleport to where we vision, so we'll just teleport here as the closest mission area.
A barricade is under attack.
Work on. Well, I say I'm pretty sure Carrick has he not actually got any defense there. Like I say he can shoot like laser beams from the sky. It's like some of his special spells. He should be fine. We do have what do we have? We take these freaking things out first. So they actually do great damage. We do have our medibacks if need be. I'm quite surprised he has nothing there, but I guess he feels he doesn't need to. He is a level 1000. So I'm not going to judge him too hard. I'm sure he knows what he's up to, right?
You just saved me a lot of trouble,
Break the wall
Commanders.
there.
I was gonna send a crew
They
to
broke it down.
exterminate everything on
We
this
could just
mission.
teleport there and actually go kill these things over there anyway. I say
Sure you want to do that at night, Commanders?
the things aren't too bad this game. Like, also once you get to this point, late game with Tychus, it's not such the end of the world if your units are a thing, because we have our heroes. You know, we don't really need to be farming that much. Obviously, you want to be getting as much gold as possible, but let's say it's not the end of the world if we're missing out on some. So we can actually get our 5th hero now. Kind of never really have a solid 5th hero that I want to choose from. You know, there's quite a few options. So I never really like the Reaper that much. Got the 2 tanks, another healer. Don't need another healer. We have Nux. Probably normally pick Nux because he can shoot like some crazy like AOE damagey spells. But yeah, I've never really got a solid. These are always my like main 4. These are my Gs. And after that, I never really have a solid makeup of who I actually ever want. Might as well be like
The infested can attack us all they want.
But yeah, it's actually
It's gonna
not
be
too
our
much of a
turn.
hard challenge, this one. Like sometimes, like obviously, well, it's a bit more of a challenge than it would be than if it was normal. But some of the mutations they give you are pretty damn hard. They also do like a weekly one as well, where it's generally pretty hard to do. Maybe I'll do a video doing that one. Have a look at the weekly mutation and have a give that a go. As we're pretty much wrecking these guys. I say, but yeah, you can see, oh, he does sometimes build units, but this one has chosen not to. He's just purely gone straight up the fence, which is cool and it works. You know, it doesn't actually need it. It doesn't really actually matter.
Hostile contact. Looks like we can find additional structures here.
Big spells. So we've upgraded that. But yeah, you see, Tychus is pretty much kick ass. Once you got the squad out, we haven't really done any crazy dominates either. There's not been no real big units to take. It's really cool when you have the ghost and you get a couple battle cruisers or anything nice and beastie. We haven't really had the option to do that. I don't really. Yeah. No. Cool. Just got to go do that final corner over there, and that's pretty much it. What I might actually do is split up my units here quickly, just so we can go finish this off, make my life a bit easier. Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of things. Well, particularly on this one, you know, it's wave and attack. And there's I think there's like 10, 15 different maps. There's different missions you have to do, and objectives. Whilst on this, yeah, we can do it a bit later, mate. We'll be in trouble here. Yeah, in a little bit, mate. I don't know if you can actually do this. I'll take one of my units. Yeah. Okay, mate. Yes. Okay. Yes. Oh, yes. But yeah, so you can see how the medivacs are pretty cool there. Like, we were able to actually drop a unit off and then bring one back. We were able to actually save Nux, which was actually pretty impressive. I thought it was a dead man. I was quite surprised to be able to do it. Oi, calm down, please. You can go sit down with your mum. If you're coming upstairs, you've got to sit. Be nice, please, not this. Where's he gone? You didn't. What? He's left.
Sit tight, commanders.
Closed has
This
left.
night's just getting started.
Has he just
Don't
typed
get
that?
too bold out there. If our base falls to the
Has he
infested,
actually
this
left?
planet will be lost.
So confused. Let's see.
Under attack.
Oh no, he has left. Oh my god. Why did he leave? I feel is he done this to troll me to see if I actually win the game? What, mate? Yeah, it's later, mate.
Our allies' base
I don't know if he's just done this to try and troll. To see if I can actually hold out my own here. It'll be pretty disappointing if we don't. But the waves are going to be a bit crazy. Try and win this as quick as possible. I've actually lost one. I've never seen anyone do that. Sometimes you get people at the start of the game they don't want to play, so they leave. But I might actually just have to defend here because there's so many units. I'm not sure if we can actually push through. Rachel, go. If you're going to be here, be nice, please. Not all this screaming. Right. Well, that was. I think maybe we have enough units to be able to defend the thing. He's left us in a pretty good state, but I don't think we're actually strong enough to attack, purely because of the fact of the fear. I don't think there's only 17 buildings, but I don't think we can because there's so many. Obviously, the longer the game goes on, the harder it gets. There's so many units. I don't think we can actually get through it, but we should be able to defend. Weird that he did that. I'm not really quite sure.
Our allies are being
Get rid of this. I had loads of money though. We've got all his resources. He's built by everything.
Are you kidding me?
It's a shame though because he leaves. We can't actually. He has some spells. He shoots the laser beams from the sky, but I don't actually get to use those spells, which is kind of a shame.
detecting an enemy lighter swarm.
Yeah, we've only got 30 seconds. We should be able to hold it. That's very bizarre. I guess he doesn't actually need the XP because he's a level 1000. The XP means nothing to him. So
Our allies' base is under attack.
he's done it to test me. Though he's left me, his beta literally I had to actually do. I don't think I'd probably even need to defend my units. Look at his things; they're just so crazy. That's wild. Cool. Okay.
Sunrise. That's our cue to move. We won't have enough time later.
Interesting. I've never threw me off for a second, especially when we would get so many units there. We would get through, but it should be fine. There's a lot of heroic units. That's crazy. Why is there so many? Oh, I've never seen so many heroic units. Yes, you did. I've never seen so many heroic units. Alright, well, that's it basically. We just got to clean these final ones out and done it. But yeah, that's the general gist of the things. I say there are total different missions. Probably Dead of Might's my favourite one. It's quite cool having to defend and attack. Though we haven't really had to do any defending. It's like OP level 1000 guy. We just held an absolute mad base. Cool. We got spawning here. Alright, we're just the final three. So yeah, once we kill these three, that's it. It's GG. Dun dun. Dun 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 dun. GG. Wow. Yeah.
Never send an angel
Interesting.
to a devil's job.
I just did. What? Oh, I guess I get why he left. I guess being max level it makes no difference if he wins the game or not. I'm not 100% sure, and I guess there's nothing to do when you get to max level, but just do stuff like that. He gave me what I was needed. I don't think I get any more XP for that. Maybe is he trying to be nice? I'm not too sure. I imagine his stats are going to be crazy because he probably just killed a ridiculous amount of units. I ended up killing more units than him. I thought because we weren't really defending, we would have just been getting all the waves of defense. But yeah, we did actually attack them. I actually got 6,000 more minerals than them. I guess maybe we were a bit more on top of killing those things. But yeah, that's the general gist of it. And I say there's like the real hard one they do once a week, which is mutation. Oh, which is actually Dead of Night as well. Which has certain units and upgrades. So maybe we'll do that next if you guys are interested. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Take it easy. Peace.
I feel so alive. I've never felt this way before.